UNC Notre Dame's quest for a girls soccer state championship three-peat is off and rolling in exactly the regional round manner we've grown accustomed to from the dominant Lady Raiders. Unfortunately for Beardstown, they were the victim in windy Williamsville today. Easy for me to say. How about this? Cassidy Foley, a little centerage action. It's her sister, the freshman Mackenzie Foley, punching home to make it a lead in favor of Q&D, one they would not relinquish. This time it will be Sarah Lewis playing the assistor, and again, Mackenzie Foley knocking one home, her second of 2 goals on the day. And how about Miss Sarah Lewis? We mentioned her earlier, doing it of her own accord right here, spotting Q&D to what was eventually a 10-0 victory. Q&D rolls on into the championship game. That is set for Friday. Elsewhere on the soccer docket, the news not quite as good for the Macomb Lady Bombers. As you can see, they were losers today up at Chillicothe. Final count in that one was 4-0 to a very good Orion team. As we advance the scoreboard and show you that, Orion knocks off Macomb 4-0. Also today, Holy Trinity gets a win in regular season action. Molly Conrad, one of 4 different Lady Crusaders to score in this ball game, as HTC beats Mid-Prairie Wellman 4-1. And on the boys side of things, a tough loss for Holy Trinity on the road at Iowa Mennonite. Final count in that one was 3-2. Well, let us move on now and talk about this as they are set to embark on their postseason pitch odyssey. The Hannibal Lady Pirates are driven by past heartbreak, most notably last spring's 2-1 overtime loss at Moberly, a team they had twice beaten in the regular season.
I think it's driven us this year just because last year we got so close to, having that district title, and this year we want it so bad. It's my last year. I mean, our captains and a lot of girls on the team, is our last year. We want to finish hard and we want to get districts.
You go for that. You just keep playing and you have that in your mind the whole season that you're going to win that game.
With a driven veteran cast returning and a conference title already in tow, the Lady Pirates have turned their attentions to loftier goals. And this is a group that appears to have both the talent and the confidence to realize them.
I don't think there's one single person that is really selfish on this team. We all want to win. No one wants to just get the credit for everything. I mean, we all share it really well. We all want that win.
I think that's where it really gets started, and everybody, like from defense and on, we all play as a team, and that's what gets us the win.
We have it all around. We have strong players, so that definitely helps the dynamic of the team. And when you have a strong forward, defense, and midfield, as well as a goalie, it's just, there's no stopping us.
Districts will not be a picnic, certainly not with a return to the scene of the crime at Moberly from last spring. And any progress in the sectional could essentially be roadblocked by a powerhouse St. Dominic's team that was number 1 in the nation as recently as last spring. But the girls aren't giving any quarter.
And I hear they're a pretty good team, but honestly, like from what we've shown us against Helias and Q&D and QHS this year, I honestly think we can play with them. I don't think anyone should go into that game feeling that we are going to go with a loss. I mean, I think we can play with that team. Congratulations to the Hannibal boys tennis team heading off to the district championship game by virtue of a 5-0 victory today over Wentzville Holt. Let's take it to the Diamond, Scotland County, with a big-time sweep of Putnam County. Both of those games allow Scotland County to win the Tri-Rivers Conference crown, 29-2 in the first game, 26-1 in the second. Also today, Triopia getting a 2-hit gem from Stephen Cogswell in beating Western. It was Brown County losing to West Hancock 2-0. In softball today, West Central of Winchester too much for Central. Q&D knocks off Macomb by the final count of 14-0, and Midwest Central over Beardstown 12-5. What a Monday it was for the Hannibal Golf Squad in Moberly, punching its first sectional ticket since 2006 as a titleist. And this program continues on a soaring trajectory. What Coach Mike Blaze had started, new coach Jason Nolan seems to have quickly picked up and ran with.
Coach Blaze has been here a long time, and I took over for him this year. And but for these kids and coming up, they just love playing golf, and they love working at it and competing with each other.
Like this year is different from other years because all of our whole top 5, we can all beat each other any given day, and that's just a good quality to have in our team.
Such balance has yielded concrete success for Pirate Golf, which heads to state next week as a sectional titleist for the first time in 8 years, and as such, a legitimate player for the state's biggest prize in Nixa. After all, how can you doubt a team that just keeps finding new ways to achieve its goals?
You look at other teams that have won in the past, and they've just had, like 4 solid players take it home. But I think 5 of us all together, I think gives us a bigger advantage over the other teams.
There'll be about 6-7 teams down there that will be good, and we're good, and we know that. But yeah, I think you have to go in being confident and knowing that we can compete with anybody. There's going to be some really good golfers, but as a team-wise, if we all 5 play well, we'll be right in the mix of it, and as a team, that's what's going to win it.
State seems to be like a big choke fest for most people. I mean, it's kind of a head thing for golf. You just got to stay focused, and you can't let any bad shots get to you, and you just got to keep grinding, and if you have a bad hole, you just got to move on.
I think we all just need to shoot low, and we're going to do our best and hopefully win this thing. I know we can do it. I've looked at all the scores from other teams at their sectional, and we're right up there at the top.
Quick wrap now. Culver-Stockton baseball sees its season come to an end at the hands of Brian and the Culver-Stockton golf team in nationals. For the first time since 1977, struggles today, 28 out of 29 teams out of the gate, but there's always tomorrow, as most of us know from the golf course.
Of course there is.